Good morning, students. And today my third day online e-learning platform. So, in before last two class, I also discussed the basic light versus shadow concept on solar field, and in yesterday class I also discussed about the basic phenomena of about cell, module, string and array, this terminology. And today I also discuss about the different types of cell. In the market, if you are study about the cost price of the different rating of PV module, so that's why there are some economical variation you also look forward, because if you think you are interested to purchase a 200 watt peak PV module, here two different things are mainly focused. First of all, variation with different companies and variation with their cell band, it is effect on their costing, and secondly their module efficiency also responsible for their costings. Today, in generally, according to solar generation, the first to till date, solar photovoltaic module or solar PV cell, basically three types till now available in market. One is monocrystalline, second polycrystalline, and third of all thin film. At the higher efficiency performance, we are selected monocrystalline. Then the moderate performance polycrystalline, and very economic and cheap and small project purpose we also use the thin film. Basically, in PV landscape, basically all cell are manufactured with crystalline silicon. These crystalline silicon are classified into three categories. One is mono, second is multi, and third is spheric. These three categories. And the thin film, it is also categorized into two. One is compound formation and another is silicon formation. The compound formation and silicon formation also classified into each are two groups. Compound formation are classified into two. First of all, CDTE, cadmium telluride, CIGS type, and the silicon are classified into two categories. First of all, microsilicon, and second of all, amorphous silicon. These two categories. Now I am also discuss about these things. Our solar, these three types of module we are used in basically our solar installation purpose. We are suggest monocrystalline and polycrystalline. if this is totally based on our requirement, our investment. If we need to better and higher performance and higher efficiency, then we also select monocrystalline type. If our necessary to save some money or our system is economic, so that's why we are suggest polycrystalline. Basically, according to their performance, monocrystalline and polycrystalline, between monocrystalline and polycrystalline, monocrystalline is higher performance every time throughout the year, and modules are manufactured with the help of cell. That's why the cell efficiency of a monocrystalline module are better than polycrystalline, than thin film. In generally, monocrystalline module efficiency per cell efficiency, monocrystalline 16 to 22%, and module efficiency for a monocrystalline 13 to 19%. And at that situation, at the same case, a polycrystalline cell per cell efficiency 14 to 18%, and similarly, and module efficiency of a polycrystalline 11 to 15%. That's why you are focused the cell efficiency of a monocrystalline, which is 16 to 25% or 22%, or polycrystalline 14 to 18%. And between these two cells, the monocrystalline efficiency is more higher than polycrystalline. Similarly, per cell, regarding per cell output voltage, similarly per module output voltage, monocrystalline is higher than the polycrystalline. That's why area required for kilowatt for monocrystalline near about 7 meter square approximate, and for polycrystalline per kilowatt area required 8 meter square, because their efficiency is less from respect to monocrystalline. That's why area requirement is more than monocrystalline. And in generally, the polycrystalline per cell and module in an average efficiency near about 4 to 8% for amorphous silicon, for cadmium telluride 10 to 11%, and for CIGS this efficiency, cell or module efficiency, near about 7 to 12%, and this is very much higher, very much lower, than monocrystalline and polycrystalline efficiency. That's why we are not to suggest any time for solar installation, we are not to suggest thin film, because their efficiency is very much poor. That's why a huge area requirement will be needed. For amorphous silicon, near about 15 meter square for per kilowatt area will be required, and for cadmium telluride near about 10 meter square area will be required, and for CIGS near about 10 to 11 meter square area will be required. So this is the very much difficult to prepare availability of space, and that's all. So before selection and before installation, also select the PV module, which types you will be install. This is totally based on consumer expense or consumer investment. So I think you also clear about these topics, how much types of solar module are available in today's market. Thank you.